This video looks at the story of Tom Smith, known as the King of Crackers, and his links to Norwich. Tom Smith was born in 1823 in Newington, then in Surrey, though just south of the River Thames. Having been apprenticed as a baker and confectioner, he opened his first shop in Goswell Road in London in the 1840s. When in Paris in 1846, he spotted French bonbons, a sugared almond wrapped in tissue paper. His own version of the sweet became popular in London, especially at Christmas. In 1849 he replaced the sweet with trinkets, and in 1860 added the snap. Legend, if not fact, has it this was inspired by the sound of a crackling log on a fire. The story also goes that the increased size required for novelties and the snap was inspired by the shape of that burning log. These were called bangs of expectation, though they quickly became renamed crackers. Since 1906, Tom Smith has held a royal warrant for the supply of Christmas crackers to the royal family. Crackers were also made for war heroes, suffragettes and Charlie Chaplin, amongst others. Tom Smith died in 1869 and is buried in Highgate Cemetery, the business being taken over by his son Walter. Meanwhile, in Norwich, Cayley's had been trading since 1857, originally as a chemist, then producing mineral water, cocoa and chocolate. They produced crackers from 1898, and by 1904 were employing over 700 staff in their fleur-de-lis factory on Chapelfield Road and at St James's Mill for a while. This picture shows crackers being made at Cayley's. After the Second World War, the two rival companies merged their cracker operation, with Cayley's crackers now coming under the Tom Smith brand. They produced crackers from a factory in Salhouse Road from 1953, making hundreds of millions of crackers. In 1963 there was a big fire at the factory, but that didn't stop the King of Crackers. By the 1980s, Tom Smith employed 400 staff in Norwich until its closure in 1998, exactly 100 years after Cayley's first crackers. I believe this to be the current look of the former Tom Smith cracker site on Salhouse Road. Cayley's was taken over by John Mackintosh in 1932, producing the first Rolo in Norwich in 1937. Mackintosh merged with Rowntree and were taken over by Nestlé in 1988 before closing in 1994. Their fleur-de-lis site is now occupied by Chantry Place. This memorial water fountain to Tom Smith is in Finsbury Square, London, near a Tom Smith factory which had operated from the 1890s until the move to Norwich. The Tom Smith name lives on, with production now taking place in South Wales. Let's conclude this video with a look at some Tom Smith's memorabilia.